Castle Orlok.
God damn it, you got the first line in before I could. See, there we go. There's some good, kind of chill music for us to, introduce with. Hello, good evening, my darling batlings. Glad to be here once again. Glad to be back in 3D once again.
My name is John Dacre.
We're starting off with this, really?
Psionic Hex.
Lord is
Why?
risen today.
Oh, he paid for it with bits, so it's okay.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
Sons of men and angels say hallelujah.
I'll allow it. I'll allow it.
Your voice in triumph high, hallelujah.
Yes,
Voice in triumph.
we are continuing Metal Gear Solid tonight. I switched over from the Master Collection to the original PS1. See if that can give me a little bit better time with the Torture Chamber, so I don't have to go the pussy way out and get the Otacon ending. I mean, it does get you arguably the better completion reward, but still, I would like to have a more satisfying ending. Plus, you know, Meryl. You mean the bro ending? Yes. Like, even though obviously Otacon is the one true pairing for Snake,
you're in
Meryl.
love.
How can you not like Meryl?
When you know that you feel some more.
I'm just trying to ignore John Dacre going on while I'm saying all this.
That's amore.
Thank you, Jonathan Dacre. So yes, without further ado, shall begin. I've already got the game booted up. So that way you don't have to deal with me faffing about in menus. I actually played all the way back up to where we were before, just to save you on all that bullshit.
Hey everyone, he's learning. No.
It's almost like I'm, you know, actually preparing for once instead of just winging it. So to recap, we just defeated Sniper Wolf in a sniper duel. Meryl's been shot and captured, and now we've been captured. I say we, it's just Snake.
It's hard to miss when you're this close. Toss your weapon over.
You underestimate my ability, Sniper Wolf. I can still miss when I'm that close. Have you not seen how terrible my aim is throughout actually any shooter I've played? Which hasn't been much on streams, but my history speaks for itself.
The world's greatest assassins are women. Do you want to die now? Or after?
Yes.
Female friend? Which will it be?
I'll die after I kill you.
Is that right? Well, at least you've got spirit. I am Sniper Wolf, and I always kill what I aim at.
Fun fact, due to the color palette limitations of the PS1, Sniper Wolf's hair, even though it appears blonde in this scene, and in like the actual in-game graphics, if you actually look at her extracted model, it's actually a shade of green.
You're all
I can kind of see that, yeah, actually.
It was because the green appeared more vibrant.
Makes sense.
Oh, did the throw not work, Sato? Aw. Oh, that was a fall. Yeah, I don't know why that didn't work. Or did do the, thing. Did do the thing where it just phases through me. I can't tell. I'm still learning Vignon. The tits are broken, looks like. I'm not using tits for, my 3D model. I'm using Vignon. There we go. The bonk works, but making something fall on me doesn't work. That's interesting. Go ahead and refund Sato's points.
You got it. Well, yeah, might as well. Let's see.
I knew there was a reason I had that redeem turned off. Ow.
He's tougher than I thought.
Do you know who
Not just from being hit by a thrown object, but also because that was a bassy sound. God damn.
stole what was rightly mine? The man who stole my birthright.
But yeah, I use Vignon now for
Me? I'm the man you stole everything good.
Oh, I still need I've had people pressuring me to I've had people pressuring me to try Genshin for a stream, telling me it would make for great content. I'm like,
Two of us meet.
yeah,
The brother
yeah,
of
but
light and the brother.
I don't want to play Genshin. Also, I just noticed the chat's covering me up, so let me fix that.
Do you need his DNA?
Let's move
Yes.
over
I
here.
want a sample while he's still alive. We need it to correct the genome soldier's
There
mutations.
we go.
Then we'll be able to cure them?
No. We still have to get our hands on Big Boss's DNA.
Charles Darwin is a delight in Syndicate. I still need to play Syndicate. I've had it for a while. I just haven't
Have they
booted it up
given you
yet.
our demand?
Because I'm like, if I really want to follow the convoluted, poorly planned out mess that is Assassin's Creed's lore, I have to actually finish Unity first.
They always want to
And Unity is so boring.
Why, they want to avoid any leak about their
Like, even when you get past how buggy it is, it's so fucking boring. It's set in the French Revolution, and it does nothing with that setting.
There definitely is a resemblance, don't you think, little brother? Or should I say, big brother? Yeah, I'm not sure. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
You meet Napoleon Bonaparte, and it doesn't even matter because it's like, okay, I guess Napoleon's gonna do stuff in the outside world, but it has fuck all to do with the French Revolution, so why even have him here? You meet the Marquis de Sade, and you don't even get to do anything depraved with him.
They're not responding to our demands. We launched the first one in 10 hours as planned.
Damn Americans.
Looks like you read them wrong.
Something's funny. Normally the Americans are the first
It's
ones
before
to
he becomes the
negotiate.
French Emperor, and sadly Arno is one of the worst pro tags. Yeah, Arno's one of the worst pro tags, not only because he's in one of the worst Assassin's Creed games, but also because he's just a worse Ezio, when you
You're
think
in
about
charge
it.
here, Ocelot.
What about you?
He's Ezio without the charm, competence, and relatable motivations.
Family.
So you prefer your wolves to my show, huh?
Ocelot, don't screw up like you did with the chief.
Yes, I know. That was an accident. I didn't think a pencil pusher like him would be so tough.
Well, his mental defenses were reinforced.
Also, rest in peace, Zero Punctuation, but I have to credit Yahtzee with, like, a perfect summary of why Unity, from a conceptual standpoint, was a bad follow-up to Black Flag, because it's like, you follow up Assassin's Creed 3 and its amazing ship combat by making a game mostly focused around ship combat set in the golden age of piracy, where you get your own ship and can sail the seas and raid other ships and all this exciting stuff. So how do you follow that up? By getting rid of the ships and setting you in a very small part of France.
You're a woman.
It's like, I thought sequels were supposed to build upon what the previous entry did, not throw out everything that made it good.
Once she picks a target.
Like, the problem with even Black Flag, I hesitate to call one of the best Assassin's Creed games. Like, it's one of the most fun, but only when you're not doing the Assassin's Creed
How
stuff.
are you feeling?
When you're doing, like, actual traditional Assassin's Creed stuff, it's so boring. Like,
This is some bed. all
it's
right.
an uneven experience because the pirate stuff is so inherently fun that everything else just makes you want to get back to the pirate
Chance
stuff.
Sending you here. Someone must have had a lot of faith in your skill, huh, carrier boy? So,
Metal Gear is armed with a new type of...
Also, Cloud Sato, since you're going to be doing Kingdom Hearts as a stream thing now, have I got the videos to send you?
From President Baker.
Kojima is a troll at this part? Yes, he is. Because,
There's no other data?
not only does he give you a sadistic choice between either injuring your hands or letting Meryl die, but if you use a rapid-fire controller, like I'm using, but I'm not using rapid-fire, thankfully, the game is built to detect that, so you just die instantly.
Right now. You were holding one card key. Where are the other two?
Well, I've got, like, you know, your shitpost videos, and then I've also got, you know, some not-so-sly promotion for my friend Mistress Dove, who's doing a really in-depth retrospective on the whole Kingdom Hearts series, because she is by far the biggest Kingdom Hearts aficionado I've ever
We'll
met.
find out what kind of man you really are.
Or if you were too good as well, I believe. Yeah, Kiers mentioned that,
Just give up.
like, when he was a kid, he and his friend accidentally triggered the auto-fire detection just by button mashing too fast.
Press the circle button repeatedly to regain your strength.
All right.
You've had enough.
Let's see how this goes. I'm using a Retro Fighters Defender
When your life
because
reaches
it's like
zero,
one of the only
the
good
game
wireless
is over.
PlayStation
There are
1
no
and 2
continues,
controllers.
my friend.
Yeah, let's see how this
Don't
goes.
start using auto fire, or I'll know. I'm going to run a high voltage electric current through your body. If it's just for a short time, it won't kill you.
But I never heard that before.
And since I'm playing on normal, that means I have to go through 5 rounds of torture
You're no,
every time he tortures me.
There's no Geneva.
If like
No one is
in PS1 Metal Gear Solid 1, the amount of torture rounds you have to do depends on
good. You
the difficulty level, whereas in the Twin Snakes it's
get started.
just the same through all difficulty levels. And in the Twin Snakes, you start out with a max
here we
life bar,
go.
whereas in this one, you don't get a max life bar until you've beaten Sniper Wolf. Or, no, Vulcan Raven. Come on, fingers, don't fail me now!
How did you like that?
I swear, after this torture sequence is
Shall
done,
we go again?
I'm going to change my name from Arikado to Arthur.
Why?
Arthuritis.
God damn it!
Yeah, I deserve that, not only for the shit joke, but for stealing it from Cat Icarus's new video.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I deserve all that. I've never been good at button mashing.
You still okay? Want me to go on? Can you take one more?
This is the reason why it took me until last year to beat Peace Walker. Snake, you okay?
Nope.
Ah,
He did.
he dead.
Ocelot, you did it again.
Sorry, boss.
Ah, my biceps fucking
Oy.
throbbing. Not in a good way. And yeah, if you die here, you don't get to continue. You have to reload your save.
Oh, yeah.
You just annoyed Cardboard Tank until you did it for me. See, I don't have a Cardboard Tank to do it for me, and I beat that whole game solo. Like, apparently it makes it easier in the Peace Walker torture sequence if you play multiplayer, because the second player can lower the voltage of the electricity. But if you're playing it solo, you've just got to be really good at button mashing. And I could only do it on the PS3 version. Fuck trying to do it on the PSP. PSP is not built for that kind of button mashing.
Don't move!
Alright, it looks... I'll give it one more go, and if we don't make it this time, then, I'm pussing out and going for the Otacon ending.
Slow.
Just because I don't want to have another whole stream dedicated to just the torture chamber.
You are a fool to come back here. Stupid man.
A lady sniper, huh?
Didn't
Cardboard
you
is good at button mashing. Well, I don't have Cardboard Tank here to do that for me, do I?
Do you want to die now? Or after your female friend? Which will it be?
I'll die after I kill you.
Is that right? Well, at least you've got spirit.
You did know him as another name? Yeah, I know. I've known you through multiple names, too.
Yes, he's my target. Mine.
You know, speaking of Team 4-Star references, I saw some trend that Lonnie participated in on Twitter that I gave my 2 cents on, which is if you could get cast as any character your heart desires, who would it be? And his answer was Wolverine. I'm like, yes, let Lonnie Pator play Wolverine. That would be amazing.
Stole my birthright.
My answer, by the way, was Shadow the Hedgehog. I would campaign to be the first official Shadow voice actor to say fuck in a piece of officially licensed Sonic media.
And now, after the sacrifice of our brother,
For you, it would have to be Patch. Who's Patch?
years,
Patch Adams?
the two
Patch from,
meet. The brother of
Fuck, I know there's a character named Patch in something I played or seen before, I just can't remember what. Dawn Patch from Bobo, which turns 20 years old today.
I want a sample while he's still alive. We need it to correct the Genome Soldier's mutations.
Then we'll be able to.
I'm not looking at that on stream. I've seen what kind of Final Fantasy 14, I've seen what kind of Final Fantasy 14 pictures you post on your timeline. I've seen the smut you publicly share.
Not yet.
They won't give in. They're all hypocrites, every one of them.
Is that your opinion as a Kurd?
They always put politics first.
That's right. That's why they want to avoid any leak about their precious new nuclear weapon.
Boss.
I say I've seen the smut you publicly share while I'm publicly following Hitomi Tanaka. Psionic X is asking you to delete the link that he sent, because it's the wrong link.
Don't you think, little brother?
1
Should I
second.
say big brother? I'm not sure. Anyway, it doesn't matter. You and I are both the last surviving sons of Big Boss.
Press the circle button repeatedly to regain your strength. When you've had enough, press the select button to submit. When your life reaches 0, the game
Oh,
is
you
over.
meant Patches.
There
I
are
still
no
don't know who
continues,
Patches
my
is.
friend.
I haven't played Final Fantasy 14 in a while.
Don't even think about using auto fire, or I'll know. I'm going to run a high voltage electric current through your body. If it's just for a short time, it won't kill you.
But I never heard that before.
You're a tough guy, Snake. But I've got some bad news for you. You're no POW. You're a hostage. There's no Geneva Convention. No one is coming to save you. Starting to feel a little scared. Good. You should be. Okay.
How the fuck do I
Oh,
delete comment?
Started.
Oh, a character from Software Soulsborne games. Okay.
Here we go. How did you like that? Shall we go again?
Please no, Daddy Ocelot. Yamete.
enough yet?
Yes, I have.
You're not finished yet.
God damn it.
Well, shit.
You still okay?
No.
Me to go on?
No.
Can you
For
take
Twitch,
one
it's
more?
so confusing now. It's like, I don't know how to fucking delete the comment. And it doesn't make it easy to figure out.
Yes, I did it. I made it through the first round of torture.
Man.
Oh, jeez.
Well, that's enough for now.
How
We've
many
got
more rounds do you gotta
multiple
go
to
through?
go, depending on which way I decide to break out.
Oh,
Your
jeez.
brother, he's an amazing man. Who else can down to F-16
Jesus.
behind helicopter? The Lezo
Jesucristo.
project was not a total failure.
No hablo español porque yo tengo un vaso de agua.
Make my dream into a reality.
Yeah, how to, delete messages either.
I'm looking it up.
Looks like I got a roommate. The DARPA chief?
The DARPA chief. So it was you.
What a stench.
Snake, that's mean. You can't just go around calling people stinky. Sure, he may be slumped in a corner, bleeding and covered in maggots, but that's no reason to go around calling people stinky. Anyways, the guard is the same guy we saw using the bathroom earlier, and the same guy that Meryl knocked out and stole the uniform from. And because of that, he caught a cold.
Snake, are you okay?
I've been better.
How's Meryl?
They've got her.
Damn. Snake,
Yeah, his name's Johnny.
not to give in to
Johnny
this mess.
Sasaki.
We're trying to buy some more time.
Come on, Colonel. Why don't you stop playing dumb? I'm sorry about Meryl, but I want the lies to end now.
What are you talking about?
Metal Gear was designed to launch a new type of nuclear warhead, wasn't it? You knew it all along, didn't you? Why did you try to hide it?
I'm sorry.
Can't tell the grunts, huh? You've changed a lot. Metal Gear, secret advanced nuclear weapons research.
Seems like
Does
a
the White
perfect
House
time to
know
chow
about
down
this?
on some
How
pizza.
deep does it go?
As far as I know, as of yesterday, the president...
You can play this game with one hand and eat pizza with the other.
Need to know basis. Is
Pizza?
that the idea?
I want some pizza.
Sensitive times. Even subcritical nuclear tests are causing quite a stir.
Plausible deniability, huh?
You know what? I'll make you some pizza
Tomorrow, the
and some
president and his
pasta,
Russian
and I'll
counterpart
put it in
are
a
scheduled to
box.
sign the START 3 Accord.
Or you bring it here and
That's the
put it on my cock.
deadline.
No.
That's right, Snake. And
Damn.
that's why we can't let this terrorist attack go public.
We still haven't even ratified START 2 or dealt with the issue of TMDs. This has to do with the president's reputation and America's place as the dominant superpower.
So patriotism is your excuse for circumventing the Constitution?
Please, Snake, just stop them.
Why should I?
Because you're the only one who can.
In that case, tell me the truth about this new type of nuclear warhead.
I told you before, I don't know the details.
I don't believe you. If the situation is so serious, why don't you give in to their demands? Let them have Big Boss's remains.
You see,
Or is there some reason that you can't do that? Something you haven't told me about.
Publicly, the president has been very vocal in his opposition to eugenics experiments. We don't want the existence of the Genome Army to go public.
And that's the only reason? Huh. Hell with you.
I'm sorry, but
corpse of the DARPA chief is lying
Grandpa
right
Max,
here
you've
next
let me down.
Oh man.
to me. It's strange. He looks and smells like he's been dead for days. All his blood's been drained out too.
Drained.
Maybe to slow down decomposition?
I have no idea.
But the chief only died a few hours ago, right?
Right.
That's a good
He's already
point.
started to decompose.
He shouldn't be decomposing this quickly.
Something in his blood that they wanted?
I doubt it.
I've seen enough dead bodies to know that they don't decompose that
Did the
quickly.
chief tell them his detonation code?
I'm afraid
Don't ask
so.
how I know.
It looks like they've got both codes and are nearly
Don't
ready
go
to
in the
launch.
basement.
Damn. Is there any way to
Too late.
Stay out of my shed.
Type of emergency override device that can cancel out the detonation.
Sorry, I said that in the wrong
It's a
voice.
countermeasure that
Stay out of my shed!
You have to unlock it with 3 special card keys.
And where
God.
are those keys?
Shout out to
So what do you-
anyone who knows what
Know where
that's
the other two
from.
are.
Because I feel like
So
that's
what do
been
you-
forgotten to the mists
We've
of
got no
time.
choice. Forget about
So
the
what, are
keys.
you saying you are hiding
Priority
a
now.
human-plant hybrid in the basement, and
Sorry to have to lay all
that
this
you are actually the human-plant hybrid just taking on Arcano's true
Get to the community
Arcano's form
tower.
to screw with everybody so you can replace
Also,
everybody with plants?
I know it's asking a
No,
lot.
that's not what I was implying at all.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll save her.
Do you even know what I was referencing?
Nope.
Goosebumps?
I haven't seen a lot of Goosebumps.
That was book number 2, actually, where it's like apparently the guy, the father of these kids is some sort of plant scientist, and he apparently, like in the episode, he actually says that somehow he was working on some new plant experiment, and he accidentally cut himself, so some of his blood got mixed in with the plant, and somehow that created a plant-human hybrid that was intent on replacing him. So it was kind of like a body snatcher sort of thing.
Body Snatchers via Poison Ivy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I still haven't seen Invasion of the Body Snatchers. The closest thing I've seen is Invasion of the Bunny Snatchers. You know, that Looney Tunes short from the 90s.
Yeah.
Shut up in there, will ya? Shut up in there, will ya? Shut up in there, will ya?
Oh yeah, save. 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 I forgot, we can save here. I don't want to have to do that all over again.
Are you okay? I'm so scared for you. It must be horrible.
I've been through a lot worse.
I don't see a bin next to
really
your
are a
message,
hero.
but then again,
It's a good
I'm looking
thing
at the
Chloe
pop-out
gets
chat.
connected directly to your inner ear. You can contact us anytime.
It's not like anyone's gonna notice.
Why don't you contact
It's not
the
like
colonel?
anyone's
If
going to be
anyone
able to
can
see
think
it
of a
right
way
now
out,
anyway.
Not really. I mean, still, I would like to know for the future how to do it, so that way, you know. Because honestly, I do not see a bin next to your thing at all, Psionic Hex, because
Nick, don't give
like
up.
I have no freaking clue, and you know, honestly, for the future, just I'll make sure to keep an eye on that. But I need to know. This is gonna.
That was a close call. If I had waited 1 second longer, I would have gone into the next torture sequence without saving.
Oops.
No oops, I avoided that.
Okay, I'll tell you once more. Press the circle button repeatedly to regain your strength. When you've had enough, press the select button to submit. When your life reaches 0, the game is over. There are no
You might have to be in mod view to do it.
Yeah, I was in mod view when I looked, so that's the weird thing. But I'll look again.
And Chad.
I mean, I'm not in
fucking
mod
hell.
view because that's not how this works.
I was known in
No, I know. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this
by
works.
the Russian rule. I am not like one of those KGB slugs. To me, this isn't torture. It's a sport.
You're all just a bunch of sadists.
Don't confuse me with those uniformed fools.
He just sent you a link on Discord
Okay.
to that shows you how to do it.
Okay.
Yeah, I
here
was
we
looking
go.
at the same video on my phone, but I didn't want to have to mute myself to do it. So this
Oh
helps.
boy, here we
I don't know why I
go.
didn't-
How did you like that? Shall we go again? Not enough yet?
Yes, I have,
We're not finished
Assalot,
yet.
yeah. We'll go with that. Please, no more. I'm sorry for the puns earlier.
You still okay?
There we go.
Want me to go on?
No, I don't want
Ah,
you to
baby.
go on.
One more?
There we go.
There we go.
Message deleted. Thanks, Ionic X.
Whew, barely made it through that one.
You're a strong man. Well, that's enough for now, I think. We live in a sad age. Imperial
This whole sequence is going to make my right arm disproportionately stronger than the other, and it's going to raise too many
At least they had
questions.
an ideology. Russia today has nothing.
They're struggling between freedom and order, and with that struggle, a new spirit of nationalism has been born.
The boss has a close friend high up in the Russian government. He's currently the head of Spetsnaz. He's agreed to purchase this new nuclear weapons system. The Hind was just a down payment.
So you're in this for money?
I don't need money. I want Russia to be reborn, to lead a brave new world order.
I don't know how to tell you this, Ocelot, but it's kind of too late, even by 2005, to have Russia lead a brave new world order, because the WCW shut down a long time before this happened. That was an awful joke, and I don't apologize.
Oh, you don't apologize, eh?
Why don't you contact the Colonel? If anyone can think of a way out, it's him.
I know how to get out, Mei Ling. I'm just saving so I don't have to redo that.
Actually, I got an idea.
Please, Nick, don't give up.
Also, I'll show a little Easter egg with Mei Ling here.
Why don't you contact...
You keep calling her, then not saving.
Why don't you contact the... Why don't you contact the...
See if she'll do it here. She usually does it anyway.
Why don't you contact the Colonel? If...
Maybe she doesn't do it here.
Why don't you contact the Colonel?
Okay, so she doesn't do it here. Usually if you keep calling her and then not saving, she'll eventually get annoyed with you, and then she'll stick her tongue out at you.
You okay, Snake?
No, I'm not.
Nothing.
Do I look okay?
Snake, is there anything I can...
I don't know. I haven't seen you lately.
Oh, cool vibration bit.
My arm hurts.
Poor
Stick the
Snake.
controller against
I'll
your
increase the level of
arm
painkillers
right
you
now, and
Okay, but you can leave out.
it vibrates to
That
simulate the
stuff makes me
nanomachines
frisky.
in Snake's body,
you're not feeling too
giving
bad
him a
after all.
deep tissue massage.
Snake, put the controller up against your arm.
What?
Don't worry, it'll feel good.
Huh?
Okay, here I go.
Oh,
How does that feel, Snake? A little better?
how did you do that?
I stimulated your muscle fibers with the nanomachine cilia. That's about all I can do for you.
Naomi, please talk to me. Say something to take my mind off the pain.
What can I say?
I'll tell you something to take your mind off the pain. I'll tell you the story of
Not a
Dr. Bees!
Tell me about yourself.
Okay, actually, this is very important lore
That's
stuff.
a tough one.
Any family?
Is she going to tell him the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
She is going to tell him a tragedy.
No. Wait. There was a man who said he was my father.
Where is he?
Dead. By my own
I
hand.
raised the price of it, and you still have enough, Oh, that was through bits. Okay, I can excuse it this time.
It happened in Zanzibar 6 years ago. Snake and I know the real truth about what happened there.
Perfect music to play over this emotional, telling of how Snake having to kill his own father traumatized him.
Yep.
Late September leaves are turning.
Besides,
Not too long
some
before
people
they're
just need
blowing
killing.
away.
You say halfway to 5K? Bruh, I raised it to 10,000.
That's the drama that
Because people were earning 5K too easily.
Early morning, I remember a simple life not too far away. Back when we were all together,
Snake.
and we knew we
I didn't have a
needed
real
to
family
stay.
either.
This is the worst music to play over this scene. Then again, this music wouldn't fit anywhere.
Said forever, we were one, we were the same. We were together, we wanted change.
It's hard to trust anyone.
We said forever,
Roy Campbell.
we were one and we were the same.
You're still calling me friend?
Is that it?
No. There was another. Frank Yeager.
What?
Big Boss's most trusted lieutenant, and the only member of Foxhound ever to receive the code name Fox. Great.
So yeah, even after all the shit that Snake's been through, he still considers Campbell and Gray Fox his friends.
Didn't you
It's
try to
kind of
kill each other?
heartwarming.
It's true. We did, in Zanzibar. But it was nothing personal. We were just professionals on opposite sides, that's all.
And you still call yourself friends?
Hard to believe. War is no reason to end a friendship.
That's insane.
I first met him on the battlefield. He was being held a prisoner of outer heaven, but he didn't look like a prisoner to me. He was always so cool and precise. I was still green, and he showed me the ropes.
You knew him well?
No.
I mean, you still look pretty green right now, Snake, but is that a bit too on the nose?
The next time I saw him on the battlefield, we were enemies. We were fighting barehanded.
You're not
in
even gonna
minefield.
dignify that with a fake
I
laugh?
know it sounds strange to most people, but we
I mean,
Sorry,
he's
I'm
literally
messing.
green.
it's like a sport.
Men in their games. You're like wild animals.
You're right. We are animals.
So
Now
if you
pet
were
me and
friends,
bring me food.
Then how do you explain the ninja?
I don't know.
It's your genes. They make you predisposed towards violence.
You really like talking about genes, Naomi. Why did you get into genetic research anyway?
Oh, keep this
I
in
never knew
mind.
who my parents
It's important
were,
for
and
later.
what they looked like. I guess I got into genetics because I wanted to figure out why I am the way I am.
So you studied about DNA.
Yeah. I thought if I studied my genetic structure, I'd find out who I really was. I thought that by analyzing a person's genetic information, I could retrieve the blank spots in that person's memory.
Memory is stored in DNA?
We're not sure, but we know that a person's genetic fate is determined just by the sequence of the 4 bases in their DNA.
So what about my fate? You know my DNA sequence, don't you?
Your fate? I'm sorry, I have no idea.
Of course not. You're a scientist, not a fortune teller.
She's a doctor, not a bricklayer. But yeah, Naomi's very, well, she's a geneticist. So. Okay, here we go. I am Dr. Ivo Robotnik, creator of Borg. Your life, as it has been, is over. From this day forward, you will service us.
Not bad, dude. That's actually pretty good.
I've never seen an episode of Star Trek that has the Borg in it, so
That's
I
literally
just
just
winged it.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, that's literally just me editing a scene from when Captain Jean-Luc Picard actually becomes the Borg named Locutus.
Oh, I haven't seen The Next Generation.
Yeah, that's.
I've only
specifically
seen
from the next gen.
like 2 episodes of the original series.
Yeah.
Okay, so while Johnny's
honestly-
taking a shit, there's multiple ways you can get out of here. I'm gonna do the one that doesn't involve calling Otacon and waiting for him to come help us. Actually, no, we are, because he comes anyway. I didn't know that.
Hey, I'm here.
Where?
Otacon, my bro!
Otacon.
Wow, they even captured you.
Hurry, get me out of here.
Let me go. That hurts.
Hurry up.
Is that how you ask a guy a favor? Let me go. Jeez, it's like an animal's cage. Oh, what a smell.
Because of him.
Yeah, it's the Derpa Chief.
You don't hurry up and get me out of here, I'll be laying next to him.
Those bastards. This lock won't open with a security card. You need a key like the soldiers carry.
So what are you doing here then?
I thought you might be hungry. If you need more food,
He didn't need to bring the ketchup, but it's good that he did.
Also, I got you
Not
the
just
levels
because
of
ketchup
power
is
to
delicious.
get you out of that torture room. Here, take this too.
What's this?
It's a handkerchief. I got it from Sniper Wolf.
Why?
I don't know why, but she's nice to me.
Sounds like Stockholm Syndrome to me.
I was taking care of the dogs here. After the terrorists took over...
I just got the most cursed idea, but I'm going to spare you guys that. I've said enough cursed things lately.
She likes dogs.
Let's just say that, it's canon that the handkerchief has Sniper Wolf's scent on it.
She's the one who shot Meryl.
Oh, jeez.
Well, that's all I can do.
They're planning to launch a nuke. I've got to stop them.
Then you have to get past the communications tower.
First, you have to get me out of here.
Come on, I'm trying my best.
That guard's got the key. You'll have to take him out.
Give me a break. I'm no soldier. I can't take anybody out.
You have to.
I'll be killed.
Otacon, you've got invisibility tech. Just turn invisible and give him a wedgie. What's Johnny gonna do?
Wait.
Okay. Now for some pro strats. You lay down. Open the ketchup. And now we play the waiting game.
What the hell?
Don't worry, he'll get better in the sequel. He'll recover from that neck snap. And there we go. Now that's why I call a prison break. Oh, and, let's see. Oh yeah, throw away the timer. That was snuck into our stuff. Otherwise, it automatically damages you once the timer goes off.
That was a close one, Snake.
Ocelot, you'll pay for that.
And now we'll call Master Miller for an interesting bit of dialogue that a lot of people miss.
Now that you've got your stuff back, you should take a good look through it. If you're slow equipping an item in battle, it could mean death.
Let's try that again.
Now that you've got your stuff...
Aw, he's not gonna say it. Usually it's like you call, Miller. And he's like, God damn it, why did Ocelot hide an explosive on you? That's stupid. And it makes sense once, it makes sense in the finale why he gets angry about that.
Also, sorry if I don't seem very chatty tonight with one of my classmates for a group project, because apparently I hate working on group projects for school. We're supposed to work on like, this is for freaking intro to theater, and we're supposed to be doing this thing where it's like like we're doing a Fabula Enchilada scene. I think that's what it is.
What does a fabulous enchilada have to do with theater? That's not what I said. I said Fabula Enchilada, or I have to check the email to specifically see what it is. What it's called. Basically, we're supposed to be telling this 3-minute story with these stock characters, and since I am the oldest guy in the group, I play the old man. So the general idea is that we put down was that we are basically it basically is all just a bad game of telephone, where someone overhears a couple of people talking, and from there they try to spin a lie that just gets bigger and bigger as people are told one after another. Something like that, and we barely, like, we were supposed to present this on Monday, but thankfully the professor said we could wait another week. So I said to my group, I'm like, guys, we need to work on this because I need to get my grades up, since I have failed 2 of the previous exams that he's given us. So I need to be able to get a passing grade in this class. But of course, it seems like only 2 of us actually give a shit. So I'm talking to the guy. Yeah, that's exactly why I hate group projects.
Yeah.
I feel your pain.
Yeah.
I had to do a group project for a class I was taking about a year ago. And I was the only one in the project that actually gave a damn.
Yeah.
Is this all there is to load? The nuclear warhead storage, huh?
I'm never going to be able to hear that sound effect the same again, thanks to Kier going off on getting so unreasonably mad at how that doesn't sound like a truck.
Yeah, right.
But he's right, though.
Yeah, that's true. He is right. Yeah, one of my partners is actually, he and I are texting each other back and forth. He says he doesn't want to snitch to a professor about what's going on. Honestly, I think he and I should snitch to the professor if the other members of our group don't bother to do anything.
Yes, exactly. That's what you should do.
Like, it just hasn't been fair, because like at least 2 of us in our group actually give a shit. As far as I know, not everybody else does. They only took this class as an elective.
I mean, what I have to say about it is, like, this isn't high school. They're not kids. They should know better.
Exactly.
Like,
and
they're adults. They need to be treated like adults. If they fuck up, it's their fault.
Right. And, like, I mean, I admit, I am not entirely blameless, because last week I waited till Sunday to even talk to the quote-unquote group leader. Like, I don't even think our group actually has a leader. That's the thing. So honestly, I feel like, if nobody's gonna take charge, then at least one of us should. At least the people that actually give a shit should. And honestly, at this point, it's like, my grade depends on getting a good, putting in a good performance. If they refuse to help, then that's not my problem, but I will not take blame for something when I try to put in as much work as possible and nobody else is contributing.
This is just gonna keep going, isn't it?
Probably.
Alright, so I'm trying to remember. Okay, now I remember what comes up next. We're going to be having our first face-off against Liquid Snake pretty soon. But now that we have the handkerchief, we can get through here without being attacked by the wolves and without having to wear a piss-soaked cardboard box.
So I guess we're carrying a handkerchief.
No.
Yes, I know that was bad. I'm sorry.
No, it doesn't give them a hankering for something. It just has Sniper Wolf scent on it.
No, my joke. It was a dumb joke and it fell flat. So as such.
Boo! You stink!
Because that joke fell flat.
Seeing these bloodstains from when Meryl was shot reminds me of something. Not just what snakes remind me. You know what it reminds me of?
Save your strength.
What?
It reminds me of a fun fact that I discovered in the past year. That in terms of male human and female Pokemon breeding, Vaporeon is by far the most compatible with humans.
Please save yourself. Go on living and don't give up on people.
and makes me uncomfortable.
You're welcome for that.
Don't forget me.
And makes me uncomfortable.
I should have known you were setting that up.
Okay, I'll give you one more. You know that Eggman Nega from Sonic Rush was later retconned to be a descendant of Dr. Eggman instead of an alternate universe version of him, right?
Snake. She's a soldier.
Kinda, yeah. I'm familiar with the name Eggman Nega, but that's it. I don't know too much about him.
I'm sure she was
That implies that Eggman gets laid at some point and has a child.
Meryl thought she had to become a soldier. Thought it was the only way. She said she thought it would bring her closer to her dead father.
You're welcome for that mental image.
She wasn't ready for real combat. I should have pushed her so hard.
He's full of eggs.
It's all my fault.
So you're saying he was on the receiving end?
What is it?
I mean, he could have been. Who knows?
So you're saying that Eggman is actually a trans man?
You can have regrets if you want to.
I mean, he is the Eggman, so.
Keep attacking yourself.
Or either that, or he's a hermaphrodite.
That road leads
So he took go fuck yourself to a new level.
Pretty much, that's what I think.
Yourself. It doesn't suit a legend like you. I'm sure Meryl's just fine.
You're welcome for that mental image.
You know what? I follow it up with this. What's Eggman's favorite pickup line to use when he's out clubbing?
What?
Meryl.
What?
She's pretty.
How do you like your eggs? Fried, scrambled, or fertilized?
Women like her around.
That's not what I meant.
She's the Colonel's niece and a combat buddy.
No!
Is that all? Come on.
This is like a police interrogation.
No, I just...
I guess it's in the genes.
The genes? What are you talking about, Colonel?
No, I just remembered.
Oh, important bit to remember for later.
Rose as high as
I'm the trash man
in the FBI during Edgar Hoover's time.
Is that right?
Yes. Yes, he was Japanese, and he became a special undercover investigator to nab the mafia.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab some cookies.
Oh, sometime in the
Okay.
50s, I guess.
Where?
New York, I think.
Naomi, I thought you didn't have any family.
Well, I researched it after I became an adopt. My grandfather was already dead by the time I learned about him.
Naomi, you're acting sussy. You're being a sussy baka ooh-woo.
Good luck.
Watch your back, Snake.
Also, this pizza's delicious. Sorry about that. I haven't eaten much today.
I'm not deaf. Me. Me, Cookie Monster.
You know, that reminds me of a joke you could make about HasLab products. One of the HasLab campaigns that kind of drove HasLab into the spotlight was for an oversized, like, technically not oversized. Well, I say oversized because it's like, where the fuck are you going to have space to put that thing?
Oh, the Cookie Monster thing that fell through?
I'm not done. Oversized figure of a popular character from a children's series from decades ago who is like an all-encompassing devourer of everything that stands in front of him. Not out of malice, but because he devours all, and all he sees is just food for him. And it was Unicron that made it through. Like they had two of the exact same character going on at the same time, and it was only Unicron that actually got greenlit. Like, when you think about it, Unicron is basically just the Transformers equivalent of Cookie Monster.
Yeah, definitely. When I was thinking about it,
I am technically correct. He's not the Transformers equivalent of Satan. That would be the Fallen. He's the Transformers equivalent of Cookie Monster. Or if you're of a particular demographic, the Wheel Stealer. I am a Wheel Stealer. Ha ha ha. Now, the real question is, if we have the Transformers equivalent of the Wheel Stealer, who's the Transformers equivalent of the Flute Snatcher?
I'd say probably Starscream because, you know...
The Flute Snatcher strikes again!
Yes! Actually, I take that back. Starscream would be the Crown Grabber.
I can't remember what the Crown Grabber sounds like.
He's like, hold on. Gotta finish that quick. Anyway, he just has like this stereotypical growling noise. It's like growls.
Why does he eat Swedish currency?
You are dead. Not big surprise.
Snake, what happened? Snake! Snake!
Alright, let's try this again, this time with the FAMAS equipped. Because that's actually good for this particular ambush.
I'll say fuck!
Also, this sequence is one of the reasons why, in Metal Gear Solid 1, it's impossible to do a pacifist run. Because you have to kill everyone to proceed. Now here's the real question. Who's the Transformers equivalent of Wilkins and Wonkins? Actually, no, I know who the Transformers equivalent of Wonkins is. Waspinator.
Yeah. Care for a cup of Wilkins coffee?
I don't drink the stuff.
That's too bad.
No, the one I know there's one in particular that stood out to you. It's where they're sitting on the tree, and when he says that he doesn't drink Wilkins coffee,
oh yeah, it's like it's
the
autumn
tree
and the nuts are
branch
beginning
breaks.
to fall.
Yeah, it's autumn and the nuts are beginning to fall.
Why are we climbing this tree?
They say it's a good place to. They say it's a good place to find Wilkins coffee.
I don't touch the stuff.
It's autumn and the nuts are beginning to fall. Like, seriously, Wilkins and Wonkins is like some god tier advertising. I want to see them return in some modern advertisements for coffee. Apparently, Wilkins and Wonkins were also used in a different series of regional coffee commercials for a company called Red Diamond.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Like, apparently it was like a thing that was like just the same coffee rebranded for different areas. Sort of like how Nestle rebrands its bottled water depending on where you live.
Yeah.
Like, I think in your region it might be called Ice Mountain.
I've seen some Nestle water bottles get sold in my area, but it's mostly Ice Mountain and a few other brands. But Nestle is like one of those cheaper ones that you find.
Yeah, but like they call, in like the Midwest and in the North, they call their bottled water Ice Mountain, but down here in the Southeast, they call it Deer Park. But
Deer
it's the same
Park?
product.
Yeah.
Or like how Hardee's is called Carl's Jr. in other parts of the country.
How the fuck did that guy not die? You were shooting him. You were shooting him in the fucking neck. He should have died.
This game doesn't have body location specific damage. Which makes it so the part ahead where you're supposed to snipe at some enemies to damage them makes it kind of pointless to snipe, so I just use the remote-controlled missile.
No kill like overkill, right?
Well, that, and also, you can't move while you're using the snipper rifle. Like in Metal Gear Solid 1, when you're using the sniper rifle, you're automatically put into the laying down position. Whereas in later Metal Gear games, you can use it standing, crouched, or laying down. Alright, so now we just need to cross this bridge. I think the bridge might be broken. What do you think? Do you think we can still cross it?
And we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Ba-da-bop, ba-da-bop.
I'm afraid I can't get past you.
Now, this part of the game actually relies on you having a stereo sound setup. Either, you know, a TV with stereo speakers or, you know, stereo headphones. But it has special dialogue if you only have a mono setup. Because, like, the reason you need stereo is because Liquid flies, well, not right here. You don't fight him at this part.
I should be
it's coming up. But when you fight Liquid in the Hind D, he flies around the perimeter of the tower, and you're not able to see exactly where he is. Alright, so heal real quick and then use the rope.
Also, Psionic Hex, no to what?
Anyway,
no to what, Hex?
That's a good question. We may be able to locate another energy emission from the Weta Womb. When we find that meteor, we'll find Dr. Wowie.
Here's how to repel. Press the X button to jump away from
the bridge thing, okay.
It's okay. It's okay. I can do this. Why is
Kinda
there a
reminds me of,
ration on the side of a building? Questions for later.
Kind of reminds me of that sequence in Spider-Man, the PS1 Spider-Man game.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if the PS1 Spider-Man game lifted that sequence from this.
Probably. Wouldn't surprise me.
Aw, so close. You can't survive that fall, Snake. What a pussy. I survived, like, was that, like a 2-story fall all the time?
I mean, hell, I survived that when I was like 4 or 5 years old.
I mean, I once knew a guy in college who survived a 2-story fall when, I wasn't there for this, but I was told about this. It was a party that I wasn't at because I don't go to parties. I don't like parties.
Yeah.
Especially college parties.
No, I don't like them either.
But, he got drunk, as people are wont to do at college parties.
Right.
He goes into a bathroom. He comes out of the bathroom shortly after with a Batman mask on. No one knows where he got that Batman mask from because he didn't walk in there with it. He comes out with the He comes out with the Batman mask on, shouts out, "I'm Batman!" and jumps out the window. And he lands, second story window, jumps out, lands, no injuries.
Oh, jeez. He's lucky then. He's lucky, because when I was like 4 or 5 years old, I had this dumb idea in my head that I could fly. So I jumped off my front balcony, and, yeah, I was lucky enough to land in the garden, but I did have some injuries. Well, the only injury that I know I had was like a cracked skull, right where my left eye is. I somehow survived, and ever since then I've been immortal.
So what you're saying, it was a pretty eye-opening experience. Good thing you at least got that lesson through your thick skull.
Hey.
I'll be here all week. This is why I use the Nikita launcher instead of the Snipper Riffle.
Yeah.
Because if you want to use the Snipper Riffle, you have to get somewhat closer, but not too close, otherwise they'll automatically shoot you.
Mm-hmm.
But if you use the Nikita launcher, you can just pick them off from a distance. You know, like God intended. And by God, I mean Hideo Kojima. Because as we know from Metal Gear Solid 4's end credits, Kojima is God.
But yeah, you know, it's funny, I tell people, it's like, you wanna know how I got so fucking...
How?
When I was 4 years old, hopping off the front balcony and landing in the garden, cracking my skull on the left-hand side. I survived that. Unfortunately, my sanity was not one of them. I think I had a little brain damage that day.
I just survived with a couple scratches, and the brain damage. And the brain damage. And the brain damage.
Brain damage.
And the brain damage. Underrated Goku line.
Brain? What's that? I never met her.
Alright, so we got the Stinger missile launcher, which we're going to need to go forward. Let's take the elevator. Uh-oh. The weight limit went off.
What the fuck? Oh no. Shit!
Okay, so we'll try going down.
I just get, I don't know why, but I get the feeling someone saying, "Incoming!"
Snake's it. Damn. My parents took the stairs down because I am grounded. That's disturbing.
No, that's
What's
not
yours-
just disturbing. That's... that
Impressive,
is,
disturbing,
disturbing, and makes
me uncomfortable.
Disturbing, and makes me uncomfortable.
We're on a roll tonight, aren't we?
Yep.
Speaking of rolls, I could go for a roll right about now.
I could go for a roll right about now, too. Specifically, roll casket.
Shoot. It's me, don't shoot! It's me, Snake!
Personally, I would go with roll.exe, but
It wasn't as dramatic
to each
as
their
your
own.
entrance, believe me. I'm afraid of heights.
You were watching?
Yeah, I was riding in the back of their truck. Thanks to this.
But yeah, you missed out on a, while you were going to get cookies, you missed out on a, important plot point that's going to get brought up later, which is that,
was destroyed.
Naomi talked about how her Japanese grandfather, worked in the, I believe it was the FBI, in the 1950s.
Hero or something.
In the, during the time when Edgar Hoover was the head of the FBI.
In the movies, the hero always saves the girl.
And, Master Miller hopped into the call to say, like, hey, didn't you say you don't have any family?
Something I've really got to ask you. It's
Oh,
why I
jeez.
followed you up this far. Have you ever loved someone?
That's what you came to ask?
No, I mean, I was wondering if even soldiers fall in love.
What are you trying to say?
I want to ask you, Do you think love can bloom, even on a battlefield?
Yeah, I do. I think at any time, any place, people...
You see why I say that Otacon is the only true pairing for Snake, right?
Yeah.
If you love someone, you have to be able to protect them.
I think so too.
I have a favor to ask.
Uh-oh.
Don't worry, it'll be easy.
I told you before I don't want to hurt anyone.
I don't want you to either.
Okay.
The elevator is stopped down there. I want you to get it to move. You see?
That's weird.
It was working before, but now it isn't.
Maybe the panel's broken.
Can you fix it?
It was working before. If it's the mechanism, leave it to me.
I've got to go and swat a noisy fly.
Okay. I'll stay here and hold the fort.
It just occurred to me that line's a callback to the very beginning of the game, where
Don't worry.
Liquid's about to go take off in the Hind and shoot down the fighter jets that were sent as a diversion, and says, "I need to go swat some bothersome flies." Like I said, Kojima's a madman. A genius, but a madman. Genius and madness are often linked.
Yes, they are.
Okay, rude. Fine, I'll spam chaff grenades. 200 left, 200 what left? I'm afraid.
We should be.
Points until 5K? Okay, but I told you Corey Feldman is not 5K anymore. Because people were reaching that point threshold too easy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's got something else in mind.
I'm trying to think of what I have at 5K. I put John Dacre at 5K. Because people were spamming John Dacre too much, too.
Yeah, let's see. I mean, there's the put on the maid outfit.
Yeah, that's probably it. At least that'll be a way to see whether the outfit swapping works on Vignan.
Mm-hmm.
Or if I need to tweak some settings.
He's not playing the maid outfit. What the fuck are you planning?
Psionic Hex could very well be lying.
That is true. That is true.
He is, after all, quite the sussy baka.
Are you ready now, my brother?
Why are you calling me brother? Who the hell are you?
I'm you. I'm your shadow.
What?
My name is Shadow the Hedgehog. I'm the world's ultimate life form. There's no time for games. Farewell.
I don't know about you, Arcado, but something about Psionic Hex seems a little,
Sus. He's being a sussy little baka, woo.
Yeah.
But yes, this is the fight where having a stereo setup comes in handy. Because, like, as you can see, the helicopter flies around the arena and you can't always see where it's going.
Yeah.
But, due to the advent of stereo technology, you can hear where it's going. That's so funny.
This is not something I can't explain this. I'm gonna have to show you after the stream.
Oh.
I'm sorry, but it doesn't. It wouldn't make sense if I explained it. You'd have to see it.
By the way, what do you think of the fact that our boy Vinny has a VTuber model now? Our Lord and Savior Vincenzo Pizza Pasta.
Very disturbed by that, but okay. Of all things, he had to go with that?
So what you're saying is, it's impressive, disturbing, and makes you uncomfortable.
It makes me yes, it is impressive, disturbing, and makes me uncomfortable.
Pizza time.
I still haven't finished my pizza. I still got pizza left over. It's kind of hard to eat pizza while fighting off of a military-grade helicopter.
Alright, Kato, you just gotta ask yourself, what would Jesus do?
Depends. Is it pre or post crucifixion?
Good point. I don't fucking know.
Because if it's post crucifixion, then I have a feeling that he would probably have trouble holding pizza because of the holes in his hands.
Yeah. I mean, how else do you think he's holy?
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
That was like a joke, holy shit.
That reminds me of the time I got an eye stigmata.
I'm not falling for it. I'm not walking into it.
Not a stigmatism, a stigmata. My eye would just randomly gush blood.
Oh.
This is an overly long reference to a episode of Neurotically Yours, where Pilsy had an eye stigmata, and his eye would just squirt out blood.
Oh,
you know what a stigmata is, right?
I've heard of it, but I don't think I can remember off the top of my head what it is.
Spontaneous manifestation of bloody wounds in the same locations where Jesus was, where Jesus had nails hammered through him. So
okay.
particularly in the palms of the hands and through the ankles. And instead of having astigmatism, because Pilsy has every condition known to man, he had a stigmata in his eye.
Oh, jeez.
I'm pretty sure the, a more palatable reference for you in particular that you would recognize would be something related to the Amityville toaster.
Yeah.
The Amityville toaster. Make breakfast spooky. Spooky haunted toaster. Spooky eating toast. Yum, yum, yum. Human hand. Okay, so like story time for a line that hasn't come up yet, but is going to come up later. There's a line in this game where Liquid mentions that when he went on fox hunts, he would use royal harems. right?
Okay.
I did not know that a Royal Harrier is a kind of dog. So I thought he meant that they went fox hunting with Harrier jets.
So actually, so did I when you said that's what I thought for a moment there. I thought you mentioned it was a type of dog. Like, that makes more sense. You know, a thought comes to mind just by seeing the helicopter. This is something I really want Hasbro to do because we haven't really gotten one in America ever. But I would love for them to actually try their hand at making a updated animated Blackout figure.
What I would like to see them do is do a crossovers figure of like, obviously something that turns into Metal Gear Rex would be awesome, but they would never do that for a crossovers figure because it's a mold that they can't just reuse. So instead, a Hind D helicopter that turns into Liquid Snake. It would still be less stupid than doing 2 different Jurassic Park vehicles when only one of them looks like something from Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
And the other looks more like a pre-tool for an Earthrise Hound that we never got.
Yeah.
See you in hell, Liquid.
And then we never saw Liquid again. The end.
Takes care of the cremation.
And the controller vibrated off the table and onto the floor. God damn it.
He says that takes care of the cremation, but where did he get the cream from?
Snake, the elevator's working.
You fixed it?
No, that's the weird thing.
I'm not dignifying that.
Itself.
Is that so? Okay.
That explosion before, what was it?
Oh, I had to...
Your mom.
Helicopter? That's incredible, Snake.
Listen, I just want to make sure again. This is the way to get to where Metal...
I love how casual Snake is about that. He's like, oh, I had to take out a helicopter.
Base is towards the back.
Like, he's taken out more impressive pieces of machinery than Hind D. In fact, he's taken out Hind Ds before.
I know.
You had to fight one in the original Metal Gear, I believe.
Don't try to be a hero or anything.
Okay. Call me if you need to.
And obviously, he's taken out 2 Metal Gears previously. Yeah. Well, one of them wasn't activated, so does that really count? It was a stationary target that was just guarded by some security turrets. But the other one was a fully active Metal Gear, and he did have to take that one out.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people forget, the original Metal Gear had the least impressive Metal Gear because it wasn't active when you fought it. You destroyed it before it could be activated.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people like to shit on the NES version of Metal Gear for omitting the final battle with the Metal Gear, instead fighting the computer that controls the Metal Gear. But it's basically the exact same fight. You're not missing much. It's just, instead of destroying the world's most deadly weapon before it has a chance to be turned on, you're fighting a supercomputer. Like, effectively, it's the same thing. You stop Metal Gear from even being launched.
Yeah.
Also, like, I have so many bad things to say about the original Metal Gear because I feel like it's a game that in this day and age you cannot enjoy without some sort of guide. The final battle with Metal Gear is a puzzle fight where the solution to the puzzle isn't told to you entirely. Like, the only way to damage it and destroy it is to place plastic explosives on specific areas of its feet. In a very particular order, like left, right, left, like, like that kind of order.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the guy that tells it to you forgets what the final few ones are, so you're just supposed to guess. And that's the worst kind of puzzle.
Yeah.
Like, does it really count as a puzzle if you're not given the entire solution at any point?
Right.
And you only have a limited amount of plastic explosives, and there's no refills in the arena. So, if you waste too many, then you're just screwed out of beating that fight.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, standards were different back then, technology was different back then. I still feel like the original Metal Gear hasn't aged very well. Metal Gear 2, on the other hand, that one's aged a lot better. I still wouldn't choose to go back and play it unless I was doing it for, like, review purposes.
What?
Yeah.
But,
camouflage prototypes in my lab.
like, it still has its merits.
so
Metal Gear 1, I feel like you
Take
could
out the
skip.
one I'm wearing, that leaves 4.
Hey, this isn't first grade.
Also, because Metal Gear 1 barely has any story in it, so it's not like you're missing much in terms of Metal Gear lore, other than, like, something that ties into the ending of Metal Gear Solid 5.
It was like someone was intentionally holding it.
When you were riding on it, did the weight limit warning go off?
That's another thing that bothered me about it. The warning went off, and I know I couldn't be over the limit.
How much do you weigh?
About 135, but that elevator had a weight limit of 650 pounds.
That's a pathetically low weight limit for an elevator, especially a cargo elevator.
Snake,
Yeah.
the guys who stole my stealth prototypes are in there with you.
Too late, Snake. Now die.
They want you to use the thermal goggles in this fight, but because of how, as you can see, they have outlines of where they are, so you don't even need the thermal goggles.
Right. Only an imbecile couldn't see where they are. Hi, how you doing?
Anyway, that's that ambush done. Now we've got one more battle coming up before we have to swap discs. And I'm probably going to end it at that. Just because I have to be up super early tomorrow morning to get my COVID booster.
Ooh, yeah. I gotta be out of the house by 9 tomorrow because one of the college that I want to transfer to when I get my associates at my current college. I want to go to Columbia College for my bachelor's degree. And apparently Columbia has a representative coming to my school tomorrow. So I can ask some questions on what to expect and like what classes they recommend. Well, that was anticlimactic.
Let's try that again. Anyways, you were saying?
I was saying, but yeah, like. Plus, after I'm done with the meet and greet with the representative from Columbia, I have to be at my school's box office by 10:30 to ensure that I'm there to help usher, because we're doing another performance tomorrow at 11 a.m. and then I'll be at the school pretty much all day tomorrow. and I have no car to get up there, so I gotta take the public transportation, which I hate. But it is what it is. I said I'd be there, and I'm going to be there.
Anyway, guess who our next boss fight is going to be, given that it just gave us a bunch of sniper rifle ammo.
Oh no, not her. I mean, who else would it be except Snipper Wolf?
Who else but Quagmire?
Giggity.
Snake, are you okay?
Otacon, were there any other stealth prototypes?
No, there were only 5.
This isn't stealth camouflage then.
What are you talking about?
Someone's aiming at me in the middle of this blizzard.
It's her!
Wolf? Sniper Wolf?
Yes, it's her. It's definitely her.
Otacon, you sound like you're heavy.
Who else would it be?
No, I'm not.
So then what is it?
Snake, please don't kill her.
Are you insane?
Please. She's a good person. You'd know that if you talked to her.
Listen to me, kid. She's a merciless killer.
I can see you perfectly from here. I told you, I'd never quit the hunt. Now you're mine.
Wolf, no, you can't.
Don't get between a wolf and its prey.
You're pretty good if you can hit me in this storm.
You see, women naturally make better soldiers.
Wolf, don't do this.
Snake, I'm near. Can't you sense me near you?
It's a mistake for a sniper to reveal her location.
Is that right? Well, I'm going to send you a love letter, my dear. Do you know what that is? It's a bullet straight from my gun to your heart.
Please, Wolf. Snake, no!
Quiet! Don't get in our way.
Now I'm gonna pay you back for Meryl.
You men are so weak. You could never finish what you start.
I feel called out.
Alright, so what the game wants us to do is have a sniper duel with Sniper Wolf. What I'm going to do What I'm going to do is be smart and use remote-controlled missiles. It's a legitimate strategy.
Sure.
She can't see me back here. I'm behind a tree. I'm camouflaged like a chameleon. Even though technically chameleons don't camouflage themselves.
Oh?
Did you know that? It's actually a myth that chameleons change their body color to blend in with their surroundings.
I didn't realize that. I mean, I've seen chameleons change their color, but I never...
They actually change their color based on their body temperature and their mood.
Okay, that makes more sense. But then again, I never really studied biology. Yeah.
You're not a lizardologist.
That is correct, I am not. Unless you count Kurt Connors, the lizard. And even then, I don't know much about that.
That is the lizard, but not all lizards.
Right, exactly my point.
Besides, I don't think it was a chameleon whose DNA or like genetic material he injected himself with.
I think it was an iguana anyway.
If it was a chameleon, then we would just have the chameleons.
Yeah, that is true. You know, speaking of the chameleon, can we just talk about how, like, in the animated series from the 90s, Chameleon never actually spoke. Like, whenever he did talk, it was through somebody else's voice.
So the same thing that happened with Deadpool's one appearance in the X-Men animated series. Where, like, well, similar thing, not same thing. Where it was like a shapeshifter that briefly turned into Deadpool.
Yeah.
Partly because Deadpool had just been introduced at the time. So, you know,
Okay.
not a big enough name to put into the X-Men cartoon. And also because, you know, they hadn't thunk of a way to make a kid-friendly Deadpool yet.
Yeah.
Like, the closest we got was probably his appearance in Ultimate Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah.
The TV series, not the comic book or the game.
No, I'm aware of what you're talking about.
It's weird that it was not Ultimate Deadpool that appeared in that series. It was just regular Deadpool. Like, it's called Ultimate Spider-Man, but it's not an adaptation of Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah, no. Honestly, I did not care for Ultimate Spider-Man.
Nobody did, but at least it has something memorable from it, unlike the later Spider-Man cartoons that Disney's made that just fly under the radar because they're so generic.
Yeah.
Like, the thing that makes it stand out is that it's a weirdly comedy-focused Spider-Man series. I guess you could call it, like, Spider-Man's answer to Batman Brave and the Bold.
I guess, yeah.
In terms of, like, being a more lighthearted comedic take on the character.
Yeah, yet the fact is the Brave and the Bold was based off of the 60s Batman than anything else.
Yeah.
Just took place in the modern era.
I am a sniper. Waiting is my job. Never moving a muscle.
So yeah, that's how you win a sniper duel. Don't get into a sniper duel, just use missiles instead. There's your survival tip for the day.
Long shot. You cannot save me.
It's when life gives you lemons, cheat.
When life gives you lemons, insert meme here from Portal 2. I can't remember that whole speech. Something about combustible lemons.
I am a cutter.
I haven't played Portal 2. I don't know all the lines. I've owned Portal 2 for like at least 10 years, but I've never booted it up even once.
I was born on the battlefield. Raised on the battlefield. Gunfire, sirens,
You know,
and screams.
I gotta tell you this, Arcano. I've never told you this, but I have this incredible ability to predict what's inside a wrapped present.
Dogs, day after day.
How so?
Driven from our ragged shelters.
I mean, I could, like, here's the thing.
Was my life.
On my birthday one year, I could tell instantly
Each morning
that what my family gave me
and
as a present was a gift.
Family or friends dead beside me.
I guess you could say you're quite gifted.
Morning sun. And pray to make it through the day. The governments of the world turned a blind eye to our misery. But then, he appeared. My hero. Saladin. He took me away from all that.
Saladin? You mean Big Boss?
I became a sniper. Hidden.
So yes, even after his demise, Big Boss's influence still reaches through this series.
Now I could see.
And as we will discover as we progress into like Metal Gear Solid 3 and beyond especially, that is by design.
The brutality, the stupidity of mankind through the scope of my rifle. I joined this group of revolutionaries to take my revenge on the world. But
Oh, hello. I was just sifting through Facebook, and apparently I found this page that had some pretty nice artwork of girls. Like it's called Maidens of Gaming, and I just found a really nice picture of Meryl.
Oh, nice.
Which I'll send that to you actually, if you want it. That is.
I would appreciate that. Even though I'm more of an Eva girl, even though Eva, much like Rouge the Bat, would probably seduce me, knock me out, and steal all my stuff.
Heglenek, and the elements revere them as honorable cousins. They call mercenaries like us dogs of war. It's true. We're all for sale at some price or another. But you're different. Untamed. Solitary. You're no dog. You're a wolf.
There you go.
Who are you?
That's for you.
Are you Saladin?
Thank you.
Wolf. You spared Meryl's life.
She was never my real target. I don't kill for sport.
Rest easy. You'll die as the proud wolf you are.
I finally understand.
Rest easy, Brock. Venom is here. If it's the last thing we ever do, Jameson and the insect are going to pay.
A man like you.
I'm trying to think of another PS1 Venom line to follow that up with.
Set me free.
Ooh, are we gonna surf the web? Surf the web, surf the web.
Why?
You know, I wouldn't put it past Venom to browse Pornhub on public computers just to wreak havoc on like people's search history.
She's part of me.
Like, people forget, Venom's kind of a troll.
Yeah. Like, he always has been. In some shape or form, he's always been a troll. Like, even in the animated series, he wasn't as much of a troll, he wasn't but still.
Okay, hero.
Like, yes, he was obsessed with getting Spider-Man, but he still trolled him on more than one occasion.
Goodbye. Snake, you said that love.
Alas, poor Sniper Wolf. I knew her, Otacon.
But I couldn't save her. What are you doing?
Returning it to its owner. I don't need a handkerchief.
Why?
I don't have any more tears to shed. I'm going to the underground base. We're out of time.
I cried enough for one lifetime after seeing the end of Old Yeller. Have you seen that movie? It's fucked that that's made for children.
Will probably be bombed to hell.
Who the fuck shows that to a child? I saw it as a child. I'm like, no, I hate this movie. How is this supposed to? How is this supposed to be a good story for children? It's depressing. Nothing good happens.
I have never seen Old Yeller, and I am glad I've not, because it is not worth watching. I don't think. Like, I mean,
it's a Disney movie.
Snake.
That's a Disney fucking film.
The most famous adaptation of it is.
What am I fighting for?
Oh, jeez.
What are you fighting for?
If we make it through this, I'll tell you.
What am I fighting for?
There you go. There's your answer to that line.
Okay. I'll be searching too.
I love how it's like, what am I fighting for? Okay, I'll be searching too.
Alright, so that is Snipper Wolf taken care of. Now let us save once more.
In China, they say, it's better to live ugly than to die beautiful. I think it's true. Once you're dead, you'll never have another chance to be happy. I can't understand people who want to die before their time. Please, Snake, promise me that you'll come back alive.
Well, you know what they say in my neck of the woods. Die young, live fast, and leave a pretty corpse. Unfortunately for me, it's too late for me to do either of those. Alright, and with that, that's all the Metal Gear Solid we're doing for tonight, because I have to get up earlier than usual.
Oof.
So, thank you for tuning in, and let's see who's on the raid list tonight.
See, I got 2 suggestions.
You have to redeem it, no freebies.
Damn it. Yeah, that's true. And I ain't got the points enough to do that, so.
And no raid tonight. I'm not going to be able to tune into it anyway. But, yeah, thanks for tuning in. See you guys next time. Until then, unpleasant dreams.
Nighty-night.